Well, good morning, everybody. Just doing a little house cleaning here. We have a brand new unit I'm going to show you today. My name's Mark Love, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today I'm in a 2022 Valencia. It's the 38 RB floor plan, and stock number is 5N210180. I wanted to start inside and show you a cool app they've got here. Before we get started too much, let me give you my contact info. There's my desk phone and my email. Probably a better way to call me if you'd like is on my cell phone. That number is 970-631-0083. And feel free to call or text me up to about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I'm answering. Again, let's get back to the app. So these Valencias, which are a small Super C for the Renegade, they come with the Vega Touch app, and you can download this direct to your phone. I've already done it. And what we're going to do here, when you first are pairing your phone, let me see, you want to go to settings, go to your mobile app. It'll give you which number you're working on, and then that's the code to put in. I'm already in here, and you can see by my phone, let's see, go to the home screen. It shows you your volts, your solar charging, AC settings, so forth. What I'm going to do right now is open the slide. I've already got the awning open, the back slide is open. I'm going to extend the front slide right now. You can see as it's rolling out. One of the nice things about this app, if you're ever camping alone or setting up by yourself, maybe you've got a tree out here or a neighbor that's close, and you want to be able to watch your slide as you go out. With this app, you can stand outside and watch it. You can open your awning and know if you've got enough room without hitting anything. Also, it controls your lights, your temperature and everything, so it's actually pretty handy once you get to use it. And in fact, I'm gonna, right now you can see we've got it cooled down to about 75. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these off. Let's go to the rear and turn that off. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can get in to my generator, and I just stopped the generator. So you do that all right here on your phone. Very, very convenient, very cool system there. All right, well, let's start on the inside, and we're going to go to the back here. This is the 38. It's a rear bathroom, and it is a bath and a half setup. Here's your half bath. We'll get in there in a minute. Come on back here and let me show you around a little bit. First of all, storage is always a premium, no matter what unit you're in. This has got a nice deep medicine cabinet. You've got another very deep drawer or a cabinet over here, as you can see. And then even some storage up here. One thing you'll notice as we go through, Renegade has beautiful woodwork. I like the hidden hinges, you know, the struts there, real clean look on the outside. You can see the mortise and tenon here. Insert panels with the little rubber beads around there so they can expand and contract without blowing out your corner. They just do a great job on the cabinets. They do have a porcelain macerator toilet in these. And you can see there's plenty of room, a lot of counter space, nice sink here. You get a little storage under the sink for maybe your trash can, and a couple of shelves over here for you know, towels, linens, whatever you think you need them for. And this one has the corner shower. Now, typically the corner showers people think are the smallest, but I'm going to step in here just to show you. I have plenty of elbow room. Now, I'm only about 5'8", but if you're 6'2", 6'3", you can easily get in here without having to hunch over and take a shower. This is adjustable to whatever height you'd like it. So you've got plenty of room in the shower. And then one last thing I'll show you. Oops, I guess it's up front, our washer dryer. We'll get to that in a minute. As we come back into the bedroom, One of the nice things, you've got these individual reading lights, but you also have one of your silverleaf panels up here. And actually, I think this is a Firefly multiplex system. But from there, I can turn all the lights on and off. If you're laying in bed and you had forgotten something, you can reach up here, turn off your lights, shut off your generator, and so forth. Windows on both sides that do open, give you a nice cross breeze. And then again, you have the day-night shade on both sides. See, there's nice storage up here. And again, with these struts and the hidden hinges, just a very clean look all the way across. That's probably, 14 or 16 inches deep up there. So the cabinet actually is a lot bigger than you might imagine. On both sides of the bed, you do have a little pedestal, and you have a 110 outlet, and you have USB ports. So for charging cell phones, this might be a little bit small for a sleep apnea machine, but depends on how big that is. Coming over on this side, I'm going to show you over here first. We've got a nice wardrobe area, and then you have 4 very deep drawers here. So there's a lot of room for your clothes, whatever you feel you need them for. On top of those 4, you have 3 more here, and this one very wide. So you can see there's a lot of storage throughout. Everything is a soft close drawer also. You have another compartment here, and then this typically is for video components. And one thing you're going to notice on the 2022s, a lot of companies are doing away with their Blu-ray or their DVD players. Streaming services have become so popular, Apple TV and so forth. A lot of people are using that. You do have an in-motion satellite with this coach, and you'd have to get your own satellite box, but there is a cord down there if you want to bring a DVD player and plug it in, watch some of your favorite old movies. Okay, over on this side, we've got 2 more areas for wardrobe, but the thing I like about this, you can lift this panel up. Let's say you've got formal wear or evening dresses or something that's a little bit longer. You can remove this bar and have that whole place for, long coats or something like that. Otherwise, you have 2 more wardrobe closets. So there's really a lot of room for hanging clothes in here. And then quickly under the bed, one of the nice things about all the Renegades, the water tanks are under the bed. There is a bar here that pulls out and props this up. Access to your pump. Get a shot of the low point drain right here. You see a lot of them using a 3/4 inch line. That's 1.5 inches. It drains a lot quicker if you're draining it. Your bypass valves are right here, your water pump, everything is easy to access when it comes time to winterize it. Plus the benefit of having heated water tanks. They're inside the coach. So as long as it's not freezing in the coach, your water's not going to freeze. Okay, let me just pull this and show you. You do have a nice pocket door here. Unsnap it. And these are nice all wood doors with the raised panel on them. Again, Renegade really does beautiful interiors and cabinetry work. Let me get these snapped. Okay, moving right up front of the bedroom, we have our stackable washer and dryer. Now, if you figure you're not going to use a washer dryer, or you'll stop at the RV park and use theirs, this could be extra storage, and that would be a large wardrobe area or whatever you want to use it for. You can see there are holes here. It is designed to put shelves in there if you want to use it that way. And I'm going to ask you to step out one more time as I go into the bathroom. This is our half bath. Now when the slide comes in, the bed kind of touches your dresser. You can still access the back bathroom by rolling across the bed, but you do have a half bathroom here for when you're traveling. And again, you can see there's plenty of room. I'm not overly crowded. You do have a fantastic fan on the roof. You've got storage underneath the sink here, and you do have, let me find my handle, a nice deep medicine cabinet up there. Now, when you compare this to some of our, $500,000, $700,000 diesel pushers, this may not seem luxurious, but actually everything in here is quite nice. The solid all-wood doors, the cabinetry, I even like the laminate flooring, the wood plank flooring that they use. For a 38-foot Super C, and the benefit of the Super C is your front engine. You get great pulling. You can tow 12,000 pounds. All of the mass is up front as far as your framing, your engine, much safer if there ever was an accident, heaven forbid. And also you have a front radiator, which is much better cooling. So when you're towing a big load up Vail Pass or Eisenhower Pass, these are a nice unit to be in, and they don't break the bank. Let's move on up into the kitchen area. Now, for starters, we do have the residential refrigerator. I think I explained that we have a 3 lithium-ion battery system and 375-watt solar panels. And then you get a 2,000-watt inverter with it. These refrigerators have become so efficient that they don't use a lot of energy. It's very practical to run it off your battery. But when you fire up that inverter, you've even got enough power to run your microwave and a lot of your 110 appliances, TV and so forth. This is a convection microwave. You can tell with the metal inside. One little hint, as you're going down the road, I would put this in a drawer or wedge it in the seat maybe, so you don't hear that rattling while you're driving down the road. Here is our 3-burner stove. This is a propane system. Say what you will about the induction, I still like to cook over gas. You can control the heat better, or just something about it. And they also give you a really nice place here for your covers. There we go. So you get a lot of counter space when you put that up. Again, very nice drawers, cabinets. These are your breakers and your fuses. So if you have lights that aren't working or an air conditioner that's not kicking on, get in here and check them first. We have 5 drawers here, and you can see how deep those left 2 are. Again, all soft close. This is a nice little feature. You get touch-up paint for all of your outside colors. This one is called the Graphite, I believe it is. Yeah, and the inside is called Cracked Pepper. You do have a whole house filter. Right here is your water filter. And then down here, again, plenty of storage. They provide the wastebasket for you. You can see your water heater right behind that wastebasket. So again, any maintenance you need to do, it's right there, easy to access. Up here we do have a nice undermount sink. And you know, there's some debate. Do you want the 2 sinks? Do you want the 1 deep one? The nice thing about this, if you've got your big, spaghetti pot or something, you can get in there and clean it out very easily. Maybe put your little rack for when you're rinsing off dishes in there. But a lot of room, and it's a nice undermount, so you don't have that edge that's always getting water up under it or getting food up under it. And again, a couple of nice covers, so when you want the counter space, you have it. Let's look through some of these upper cabinets. And if you see, this one's wide open. And We've got a few components here. Looks like that's a spare gas cap. All of your owner's manuals, everything about every system that's in here, you get in print. So if you're the type of person that likes to read things, you got a good supply there. Over above the microwave, again, a nice cabinet. And these bigger ones, they put the double struts on, but it stays up on its own. And again, great looking hardware. I really like it. And then the last thing I'll point out as part of the kitchen is your pantry over here. So you do have a nice pull-out rack. This makes it a lot easier to reach the things that are in the back. These are adjustable. And then one last drawer here. So all in all, for a 38-foot Super C, there's more storage in here than you might imagine. Let's move up here to the dinette. Now, this one does convert to a sleeper. There's a lever here, I push it down. Of course, I need to get these up out of the way a little bit, your cushions, and it rides on this cleat right here. Very easy to convert that into a sleeper. And then you do have more storage underneath. These are the cushions that fill in on the table when you are making a sleeper. You might, find another place to store them, back in a closet or somewhere in the bedroom. So you've got two drawers there. And then this is also a hide-a-bed. I'll go ahead and pull it out for you. When you count it up, you've got a queen bed in the back, double here, almost a queen here, and a queen up there. So you've got room for 8 people, actually, provided you can double up on the dinette with some kids. So this one, there we go. As you pull it out, you put your legs down. Now, of course, this fills in here. So there's your extra sleeper, and it is big enough if you want to get 2 adults. I guess I got that cushion spun around backwards. But it's nice to be able to have this much room to walk, through the bed to get up to the cab area, or somebody sleeping on that side if they want to get out and go to the bathroom. Putting this back is just as easy. Fold your legs in. Well, I guess I gotta release it. There we go. It shouldn't be this difficult. There we go. Piece of cake after you do it 10 or 20 times. It gets to be routine. No, I guess I had it right the first time. Okay. Let's move up to the cab area. This has got the queen sleeper up here. This converts very easily to the bunk bed. You just slide these 2 apart. There are some pins that go in here to keep this locked up. But when you're not using it, it's nice that it gets out of the way, so when you're getting in and out of the cab, you're not hitting your head. And there is a TV back here. So anybody up in the bunk has their own TV. They actually have a light switch right here also. And again, we do have a satellite system. You'd need to put your box up here most likely. It does have the Wi-Fi system with it also. All of that stored right up there. The cab on these units, they have great seats. These are air ride seats. And I had the engine running, so I should be full of air. You can see how you can pump it up or set it at whatever level's comfortable for you. I don't know if you can see down here, but we have a Curt brake controller. These units are designed for towing. A lot of the trailers you're going to have an electric brake, and you've got your brake controller right here. So if you are pulling, something with electric brakes, you can adjust it. This got the 6-speed Allison transmission. That's all right here. You do have a hookup for a camera input in the back if you're pulling a stacker trailer. Maybe you've got 2 cameras and you want to kind of watch both of them as you're going down the road. You can switch back and forth. Let me fire this up. And then of course you've got your Garmin little travel computer here, more or less. You've got your navigation in it. You can program this to have your camera on all the time. I may need to have the engine running for that, but it's nice because the passenger can take this off and use it. Your leveling system is right here. One of the things I would recommend, and you can ask Gary who does our walkthrough or get with your salesperson, learn how to use this manually. It's easy to hit auto level and let it do its thing, but if you're on a bit of a slope, sometimes it'll lift tires off the ground. Sometimes that step gets up a little high, where you really don't have to be that high. You can auto level it, correct it to where you're just about level, but it's much lower because it's not, taking those 3 or 4 attempts to readjust. There we go, shut that radio off. And again, it's for your trailer. You can lock all your outside compartments. You have mirror heat. There is a Jake brake here. It's actually a single-speed engine retarder on it. Cruise control over on this side. Just a very comfortable cab. The steering wheel here does tilt. There's a little pedal down there for you. And I guess as we walk outside, one of the last things I want to demonstrate that I don't talk a lot about is these doors. And one of the beauties of the Super C is be able to get in and out the driver and passenger door. If you're pulling a trailer, especially if you've got some valuable cargo back there, you might want to get out and check or, see if things are shifting around. It's a lot easier to get out here than it is to crawl through and go out the side door. And Renegade gives you some nice grab handles. There's a heavy duty one right here. You've got your handle on the door. You have 2 stainless steel steps, and I was out here once doing a walkthrough in the snow and had some dress shoes on, and I stepped up and I could tell I was going to slip, but I could just dig into this, clean that snow off. So this is a really nice feature, and even if you're a little bit shorter, with these handles and the place to grab, it's easy to get up in here. And you can see how high the seat rides when there's nobody in it and the air is all the way up. So you can lower that, make it a little bit easier. All right, let's go outside and take a look at some of the storage in the outside compartment. Okay, once again, this is a Valencia 38 RW model. Has the nice Girard awning, and the later in the day, as the sun sets farther to the west, this gets to be a nice cool area. So the storage tanks are actually quite tall and fairly deep on this model. You can see we've got our inverter in this first one. You do see a heat duct there. They are putting some passive heat down below. 10-gallon water heater, that again runs on propane. You do have an outside TV with a sound bar. Again, this is the graphite graphics, and I like it, but I don't see colors very well. So the grays and the silvers do fine with me. Here is a very large storage compartment. You can see you've got a 110 outlet there. If you would want the pull-out freezer refrigerator. This is the compartment it goes into. And another thing I'll point out about Renegade is their compartment doors. Dual latches here and a heavy, well-insulated door. These shut as well as any in the industry. And for people that have shopped or been in and out of a lot of RVs, you know what I mean. If you've got a compartment door that has to be slammed kind of hard or lined up just right, these are very easy. Another very large compartment here. You can see there's an air hose. You do have an air system on this. It's rear air ride suspension. You can tap into that and, you know, air up your tires, especially if you're pulling a Jeep out to Moab. A lot of people go on those big bad trails. You got to let the air out of your tire. When you get back, if you're going to ride around town or go down the highway, you want to air that back up. These here, by the way, are lockout brackets for your slides. And quite frankly, they're not really used. But if you did have a slide you were having a problem with and you had to disconnect the motor and get it in or whatever, you might want to put these in to lock it in tight when you're going down the road. But you can find these 3 years old unmarred, you know, never used. Okay, let's move back here. Again, another storage compartment. You can see we've got our propane disconnect here. So if you've got an outside grill, you can hook into it right there. And then back here, one more compartment. So the whole passenger side of the coach is pretty much open storage. All right, come around back. Like I say, we're rated for 12,000 pounds on this tow hitch. This is your 7-way, so if you do have a trailer with an electric brake, you're already hooked up with the brake controller inside. Whew, I can feel that sun starting to beat down. Colorado's had some hot days. I hope it's nice where you are. Let's come around to the shady side of the coach. One nice feature that has become standard, you have this pull-out cord. Right now it's not too hard. I could roll this up other than getting my hands a little dirty, not much of a problem. But when this is frozen, wrestling these cords can be a real pain in the neck. So having this power reel is such a nice feature. And just another little tip, right here, you can open it up, run your cord through there and out to the plug. But I was taking some folks on a test drive once. I got a little lazy, did not put that on. The cord ended up somehow directly over the hole, and somebody drove by us on the on-ramp and said, hey, you're dragging about 30 foot of cord. Something must have hit a bump or turned this on. Somehow it run it out and the cord was dragging. So always take the little extra time, put your cover on. And here's a nice feature you get from Renegade. This is typically what we call a dog bone. Takes your 50 amp cord, reduces it to a 30 amp. If you're coming in from out of state, or even if you're local and you want to stay here, get a shot over at this end where what we call our campground through those gates. You can see we have a couple people waiting on service. But you're welcome to come here and stay a night or two. Every other site has an electrical box. There's a 30 and a 50. So if you're one of the first 9 or 10, you plug into the 50. Otherwise, you have to use an adapter and plug into the 30 amp. And like I just mentioned, anybody buying a unit from us, when you pick it up, you're going to get a couple-hour walkthrough, maybe longer depending on the unit and how experienced you are. And then you have the opportunity to spend the night here. We do have water and a dump station on site. Once you plug in here, you know, push all the buttons, cook a meal, use everything you're going to use when you're on that long trip. Make sure it's all right. And if you have questions in the morning, we're around to answer, take care of any issues that there might be. Just a nice feature to have that campground there. Okay, getting back to the coach, this is our 8,000 watt diesel quiet generator. Provides all the power you're going to need to run the 2 ACs. Those ACs are equipped with heat pumps on them. So if you're down, you know, 50, 55 degrees, you can probably electrically heat the coach with those heat pumps, not have to worry about using your propane furnace. Over here is our water closet. And again, you can see the housing for that whole house water filter. You do have an outside shower or sprayer. This is more like a garden hose or a yard hose. You can really get the kids clean with this, or hose the dog off, or your dirty bike, or whatever you've got. City water fill, tank fill. You do have the hose reel also on your water. That's a nice feature. This is an option. It's not standard yet, but most of ours have it. Little storage here for your sewer tank or sewer hose, and then you have your black tank flush, cable hook up there if you are using a local cable TV. Very well thought out, convenient water closet there. You can see the next two compartments. We've got a tank up above, and you do have your drains there. Now the valves you pull are in here, but when you hook up your hose, that's where you're going to hook it up. And again, here to get under and reach all the way in, I don't feel like doing it. So a nice little push, and they close nicely. This is your propane, and what is that, 62 or 68 gallons, I believe. It's one of the big ones, so you're going to be able to go a long time. And then here, you notice we have our 3 lithium-ion batteries on the right and 2 chassis starting batteries on the left. Another thing, I guess while I'm here, maybe I'll just shut this one. And you can see this slide is going in. It's a lot easier when you are loading up with the slide in to access these. And again, this is one of the nice features you get with this app. I don't need that. Okay, this is your depth fill here. You do have a plug. This is for engine preheat, so you can actually preheat it from your own generator if you want to run a plug here. Moving around to the front, one of the beauties of the Super C, if you're the kind of guy that likes to do a lot of your own maintenance or have access to the engine, very easy right here. So again, this is the 6.7 Cummins, 360 horse, about 800 foot-pounds of torque. Easy to access your oil, your filters, everything you need right here. I like the fact they've got some struts on it, so this hood isn't going to slam down on your head if the wind catches it. And then you can see where they mount the side view cameras. There we go. Once again, this is stock number 5N210180, brand new 2022 Renegade Valencia. This is on what they call the S2 RV chassis, so 31,000 gross weight, and you can pull 12,000 pounds. A couple of cool things about the chassis. I've heard reported these are virtually indestructible. I haven't taken a hammer, but you know, when I get the okay to do that on a video, I will. The bumpers are kind of cool because they're designed to break away here. Your front bumper remains intact. They have had accidents where this corner gets crushed, and because of the way that breaks away and you've got a little flange in here, the bumper doesn't eat into the tire, so the tire's not ruined, and your glass doesn't get broken. So, you know, those are some pretty expensive parts if you have to start replacing them. What else is there, Jody? I always forget something. Again, if you have any questions or want a video walk around on a particular unit, let us know. We're happy to do that for you. Once again, my name's Mark Love. The best way to contact me is on my cell phone. That number is 970-631-0083. Hope everybody's having a great day, and like always, happy trails, my friends.